In your account, you have two options to go straight to managing episodes. So you want to go to Manage Episodes either by clicking here under My Feeds, Feeds, Manage Episodes, and you can select it from a drop down, and we want to manage this last one down here, which puts that into our episodes in this feed. The other way of doing this is that when you're on your home page for your feeds, you can get a list of all your feeds and then click on the feed that you want to manage, and this gives you an overview of the Podference details. You can scroll all the way down, and again I'm going to mention this later in a different lesson, and you click Next, Manage Episodes, and that takes you directly into the episode section for this feed. So now, how do you podcast audio, video, and PDF, none of which were created on your teleconference bridge? Excellent question. So let's just make up a video podcast on the fly here and see what that looks like. And we're just going to add that in here. And what you'll see now is, before I told you to go down to your conference call section, but now we're just going to stick here to our media library. And I will show you how to manage your media library afterwards. But here you have several options. You can make this video podcast available, or video episode I should say. Let me rephrase that, video episode, because we're still in the same podcast, which is the EMI. And I have three choices here. I can make it available immediately. I can make it available at a specific date and time. So let's say you had a conference call on a Tuesday at 2 o'clock. You can make that available Tuesday at 4 o'clock. So it's a great follow-up to your conference call. Or I can make this available after X amount of days after subscription. Now this last option is probably not as useful to you here as it is in a separate podcast if you want to create an autoresponder podcast. And I'll get into that later, what that looks like. So for right now, we'll just make it available immediately, and I will scroll down from my media, from my library, which I'll show you in a minute how to handle that. And I go down to my video section, and I'll show you here what the video is. So let's just say I want to use this particular video right here, and I go down and I hit save. Now let's just say I want to add some audio, or maybe a PDF. So now I go down to add an episode, and I create a new episode, and that episode is going to be a PDF. So we'll just call this a PDF manual on the 7 keys to success. And this might be something you've discussed in your conference call, or it might be something that you just want to send out. And again, we want to make this available immediately, and we're going to make it available from our library. And I'm just going to go pick that up. And here it is, 7 keys, something that I uploaded before. I go down and I hit save. So now let's take a look in iTunes how that would show up. Again, I just uploaded this content. When users are subscribing to my podcast, they go in and they hit update podcast, so they just open up iTunes, and there you go. Here's your video episode. We'll click the get button, and here's the PDF. Now you'll notice that the PDF shows up like a little book. The video episode shows up like a little TV. So if we double click the video episode, we'll actually be able to see what the video looks like. And that is me saying hello to the world. And here's a PDF manual. If we double click that, it will activate the PDF and Adobe Reader inside of, there it is, inside of your desktop or laptop. And again, playing back video just happens right here on iTunes.